The world has gone quiet. Shadows stretch across the walls. Let your thoughts grow soft. A story waits in the stillness. If it brings you peace, subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a night. Now, let the story find you. You step onto the rain-slicked streets of a small Japanese village, the kind where time feels like it's paused, caught in the amber of tradition. The air is heavy with the scent of wet cedar and moss, and the soft patter of rain drums against your umbrella. It's a simple thing, black with a bamboo handle, something you picked up from a roadside stall, without much thought. The village is quiet tonight, its narrow lanes winding like veins through rows of wooden houses, their tiled roofs glistening under the dim glow of paper lanterns. You're not sure why you're here, only that you felt drawn to this place, a pull you couldn't explain, like a whisper in your dreams. The rain falls steadily, a gentle rhythm that lulls your senses. You walk past a shrine, its red, torii gate half hidden in the mist, and notice a faint flicker of light within. Curiosity tugs at you, urging you closer. The stone path is uneven, slick with water, and your shoes make soft squelches as you approach. You hold your umbrella tighter, its canopy shielding you from the drizzle, though the air feels heavier now, almost expectant. At the shrine's entrance, you see a small offering box, weathered by years of rain and prayers. Beside it, a single candle burns, its flame dancing despite the damp air. You pause, feeling the weight of unseen eyes. The village is silent, but it's not empty. You sense it, a presence lingering just beyond your sight. You glance down at your umbrella, noticing how its black fabric seems to drink in the light, almost as if it's more than it seems. A shiver runs through you, not from the cold, but from a sudden thought. Did you choose this umbrella, or did it choose you? The candle flickers again, and for a moment, you think you see a shadow move within the shrine, a fleeting shape that vanishes. When you blink, you take a step closer, your heart beating a little faster. The rain seems to whisper now, not just falling but speaking, though you can't make out the words. You tilt your umbrella back to look at the sky, gray and endless, and notice something odd. The rain doesn't touch your face. It's as if the umbrella is shielding you from more than just water. You lower it again, and your eyes catch on a small carving on the shrine's wooden frame. A fox, its eyes sharp and knowing, as if it's watching you. A soft sound breaks your thoughts, a rustle from the trees behind the shrine. You turn, but there's nothing there, only the sway of branches in the rain. Yet the feeling of being watched grows stronger, pressing against your chest. You decide to move on, telling yourself it's just the atmosphere of this old place, the weight of its history. You walk back to the main path, the umbrella steady in your hand, but as you pass the last house on the lane, you hear it, a voice faint and melodic, calling your name. You freeze. The voice is soft, almost like a lullaby, but it knows you. It knows you. Your grip tightens on the umbrella, and you turn slowly, scanning the empty street. The lanterns sway gently, their light casting long shadows that seem to stretch toward you. You tell yourself it's the wind or your imagination, but the voice comes again, closer now from the direction of the shrine. Stay, it says, and the word wraps around you like a thread, pulling you back. You don't want to go, but your feet move anyway, drawn by something you can't name. The umbrella feels heavier now, almost as if it's guiding you, It's bamboo, handle warm against your palm. You reach the shrine again, and the candle is still burning, brighter now, its light spilling onto the ground. You see something new, a small folded piece of paper tucked into the offering box. It wasn't there before. Your hand trembles as you reach for it, the rain still falling around you, but not on you. The paper is damp, but the ink is clear, written in elegant, flowing characters. It's a name, not yours, but one that feels familiar, like a memory you can't quite grasp. Hannah, it reads. You whisper the name, and the air shifts, the rain slowing as if time itself is holding its breath. You look up, and there she is, standing just beyond the torii gate, a woman in a white kimono, her hair dark and loose, her eyes locked on yours. She smiles, and it's both beautiful and unsettling, like a flower blooming in winter dot you want to speak, to ask who she is, but your voice catches. The umbrella hums in your hand, a faint vibration you can't ignore. Hannah steps closer, her bare feet silent on the wet stone, and says, You brought it back. Her voice is the one you heard, soft and melodic, but there's an edge to it, a longing that makes your chest ache. You look at the umbrella, then at her, and realize she's not looking at you. She's looking at the umbrella. You stand frozen. Before the shrine, the rain a soft curtain around you, as Hannah's gaze lingers on the umbrella in your hand. Her words echo in your mind. You brought it back. The bamboo handle feels alive now, pulsing faintly, as if it's aware of her presence. You want to ask what she means, but her eyes, dark and deep as the night, hold you in place. The village feels smaller, the air thicker, like the world is folding in on itself, leaving just you, Hannah, and the umbrella. You take a shaky breath and manage to speak. Who are you? Your voice sounds distant, swallowed by the rains. Steady rhythm. Hannah tilts her head, her smile softening, but there's a sadness in it, like she's carrying a secret too heavy to share. I've been waiting, she says, her voice weaving through the patter of raindrops, for someone to bring it back to me. She steps closer, her white kimono untouched by the wet ground, and you notice her feet don't leave prints in the mud. You glance at the umbrella, its black canopy gleaming under the shrine's candlelight. It feels heavier now, almost stubborn, as if it doesn't want to leave your grip. This? You ask, holding it up slightly. Hannah's eyes brighten, but she doesn't move closer. Instead, she gestures toward the shrine, where the candle flickers, casting shadows that twist like dancers on the stone. It was mine, she says, long ago. You feel a tug in your chest, a mix of curiosity and unease. The village is silent, the lanterns along the path dimming, as if bowing to her presence. You want to step back to leave this strange encounter behind, but your feet won't move. The umbrella hums again, a low vibration that travels up your arm, urging you to stay. You look at Hannah, her face pale but warm, like moonlight on water. Why me? You ask, your voice barely a whisper. She doesn't answer right away. Instead, she turns and walks toward the shrine, her movements fluid, almost floating. You follow, unable to resist, the umbrella shielding you from the rain that seems to fall harder now, as if urging you to hurry. At the shrine's edge, she stops and points to the folded paper you found earlier, still clutched in your other hand. Read it again, she says, her voice gentle but firm. You unfold the paper, the name Hannah staring back at you in elegant ink. But now, beneath it, there's more. A single line in smaller characters. Return what was lost and find what was taken. The words feel like a riddle, heavy with meaning you can't yet grasp. You look up, and Hannah is closer now, her kimono, brushing the ground, though it stays pristine. You were meant to find it, she says. The umbrella, it knows you. Your heart races. The umbrella feels warm, almost too warm, and you notice something new, a faint pattern on its canopy, like delicate threads woven into the fabric, forming the shape of a fox. It wasn't there before. You blink, thinking it's a trick of the light, but the pattern remains, its lines sharp and deliberate. You remember the fox carving on the shrine, its knowing eyes, and a chill runs through you. Hannah steps back, her gaze softening. It was a gift, she says, her voice tinged with longing. From someone I loved, but it was taken from me, and I was left behind. Her words carry a weight that makes your throat tighten. You want to ask more, but she raises a hand, stopping you. Not yet, she says. The rain will show you. Before you can respond, a gust of wind sweeps through the shrine, snuffing out the candle. Darkness falls, thick and sudden, and you grip the umbrella tighter, its warmth grounding you. When your eyes adjust, Hannah is gone, but the air still hums with her presence. You look down at the paper in your hand, but it's blank now, the ink vanished as if it was never there. The rain slows, each drop loud in the silence, and you feel it again, the sense of being watched. You turn, scanning the shadows, but the shrine is empty. The torii gate looms ahead, its red frame stark against the gray sky. You take a step toward it, then stop. Something catches your eye, a faint glint on the ground near the offering box. You kneel, the umbrella tilting to keep. You dry and find a small silver hairpin shaped like a crescent moon. It's delicate, almost too perfect, and it feels warm to the touch. Like the umbrella, you pick it up and a memory flashes through your mind. Not yours, but vivid. A woman laughing under a cherry blossom tree, her hair adorned with that same hairpin, the umbrella resting beside her. The image fades as quickly as it came, leaving you breathless. You look around, half expecting to see Hannah, but there's only the rain falling softer now, like a lullaby. You slip the hairpin into your pocket, its weight a quiet promise. The umbrella feels lighter now, as if satisfied, but you know this isn't over. The village stretches before you, its paths winding into the mist, and you feel the pull again. Stronger now, urging you deeper. You take a step, the rain guiding you, and somewhere in the distance you hear it again, your name carried on the wind. You walk deeper into the village, the umbrella steady in your hand, its faint hum a quiet companion. The rain has softened to a drizzle, each drop catching the faint glow of lanterns that line the narrow streets. The silver hairpin in your pocket feels heavier than it should, its crescent shape pressing against your thoughts. The memory of the laughing woman under the cherry blossom tree lingers, vivid yet distant, like a dream you're not sure you had. The village feels alive around you, its wooden houses leaning in, their shadows whispering secrets you can't quite hear. The path curves, leading you past a small bridge over a stream, its water dark and murmuring. You pause, looking at the umbrella's canopy, where the fox pattern seems to shimmer, its lines sharper in the dim light. You wonder if it's watching you, just like the fox carving at the shrine. The air feels charged, as if the rain itself is waiting for you to understand something. You cross the bridge, your footsteps soft on the wet wood, and notice a faint glow ahead, coming from a house at the edge of the village. The house is old, its roof sagging under the weight of years, but the light spilling from its paper windows is warm, inviting. You approach, drawn by that same pull that brought you to the shrine. The umbrella feels warm again, its handle almost urging you forward. You stop at the door, hesitating. The wood is weathered, carved with faint patterns of vines and flowers, and you notice a small notch near the handle, shaped like a crescent moon. Your hand brushes the hairpin in your pocket, and your heart skips. It fits, you know it does. Knock softly, the sound swallowed by the rain. The door creaks open on its own, revealing a small room lit by a single lantern. The air inside is warm, scented with sandalwood, and something sweeter, like plum blossoms. A woman sits at a low table, her back to you, her long hair tied loosely with a ribbon. She's humming a melody that feels familiar, like the voice that called your name. You step inside, the umbrella still open above you, though the rain can't reach you here. You came, she says without turning, her voice soft but clear, like a bell in the quiet. You recognize it immediately. Hannah. Your throat tightens, and you want to ask how she's here, why she's here, but the words won't come. She turns slowly, her face just as you saw it at the shrine, pale and beautiful, her eyes holding a depth that makes you feel small. You brought it, she says, nodding toward the umbrella, and you found her gift. Her gaze flicks to your pocket where the hairpin rests. You pull it out, holding it up in the lantern light. It gleams, its crescent shape catching thee, glow like a tiny moon. This was yours, you say, more a statement than a question. Hannah's smile is faint, tinged with something bittersweet. It was, she says, from someone who promised to stay. Her words carry a weight that settles in your chest, and you feel that ache again, the one that came when she first spoke to you. You lower the umbrella slightly, its canopy casting a shadow across the floor. What happened? You ask, your voice barely above a whisper. Hannah stands, moving closer, her kimono rustling softly. She doesn't answer right away, instead reaching out to touch the umbrella's edge. Her fingers stop just short, as if afraid to cross some invisible line. It was a night like this, she says finally. Rain falling, the village asleep. He gave me the umbrella, said it would keep me safe. But he left, and the rain took everything. Her words paint a picture in your mind. A young Hannah standing in the rain, clutching the umbrella as someone walked away, their figure fading into the mist. You see it so clearly, it feels like your own memory. The hairpin grows warmer in your hand, and you wonder if it holds more than just its shape, if it carries her story. Who was he? You ask, your voice trembling with the weight of her sadness. Hannah's eyes meet yours, and for a moment you see a flicker of something else, anger or longing, you can't tell. His name was Taro, she says. He promised we'd leave this village together, start a new life. But he broke that promise and I was bound here. Her voice cracks just slightly, and you feel a pang in your chest, as if her pain is seeping into you. The umbrella hums louder now, its fox pattern almost glowing, and you wonder if it's reacting to her words. You want to ask more, to understand why she's still here, why the umbrella matters so much, but the air shifts, growing heavier. The lantern flickers, and Hannah steps back, her expression softening. "You're not him," she says, almost to herself, "but you're here, and that's enough for now." She points to a small wooden box on the table, its surface carved with the same vine patterns as the door. "Open it," she says. "It's part of the story." You hesitate, the umbrella feeling heavier, as if warning you, but you set it down, leaning it against the wall, and approach the table. The box is small, its lid smooth but worn, and when you lift it, you find a single item inside, a folded letter sealed with red wax. The wax is stamped with a fox, its eyes sharp and familiar. Your fingers tremble as you pick it up, the paper soft but heavy, like it carries more than words. Hannah watches you, her gaze steady but expectant. "Read it when you're ready," she says. "But not here. The rain will guide you." Before you can respond, the lantern dims and the room grows colder. You turn to ask her what she means, but she's gone, the space where she stood empty. The letter is still in your hand, the umbrella waiting by the wall. You pick it up, its warmth flooding back, and step outside, the rain greeting you like an old friend. The village stretches before you, its paths winding deeper into the night. The letter feels alive in your pocket, next to the hairpin, and you know you can't stay here. The umbrella hums softly, urging you forward, and you follow, the rain whispering secrets you're not yet ready to hear. You step back into the rain, the umbrella shielding you as the village hums with quiet secrets. The letter in your pocket feels heavier than it should, its wax seal pressing against your thoughts like a promise you didn't make. The hairpin rests beside it, its crescent shape a silent reminder of Hannah's story. The air is cool, the drizzle soft against the umbrella's canopy, where the fox pattern seems to pulse faintly, as if it knows where you're going before you do. The village lanes twist ahead, their shadows long and restless, pulling you deeper. Into the night you walk without direction, letting the rain guide your steps. The umbrella feels alive, its bamboo handle warm in your grip, steering you toward a destination you can't yet see. The houses grow sparser, their lanterns dimming, as the path narrows into a trail leading to a bamboo grove. The stalks sway in the gentle wind, their leaves whispering against each other, and you feel that familiar weight again, the sense of being watched. You glance over your shoulder, half expecting to see Hannah, but there's only the rain falling. In soft curtains around you, the trail opens to a clearing and you stop, your breath catching. Before you stands a cherry blossom tree, its branches bare but heavy with the memory of spring. You recognize it instantly, the tree from the vision. That came with a hairpin. Hannah laughing, her hair adorned with the crescent moon, the umbrella at her side. The memory feels closer now, almost yours, and you wonder if the umbrella is showing you these things, weaving you into her story. You reach into your pocket, brushing the letter, and decide it's time to read it. You sit beneath the tree, the umbrella propped above you, its canopy a shield against the rain. The wax seal breaks easily under your fingers, the fox emblem crumbling into dust. The paper is old, fragile, but the words are clear, written in the same elegant script as the note at the shrine. "Hannah," it begins, "forgive me. I couldn't stay. The village holds too much, and I am not strong enough. The umbrella will keep you safe until I return, Taro." The words are simple, but they carry a weight that makes your chest ache, as if you're feeling Hana's heartbreak in your own heart. You read it again, tracing the letters with your eyes. Taro's promise feels hollow, his absence a wound that lingers in the air. You look at the umbrella, its fox pattern sharper now, almost moving under the dim light. You wonder what he meant by "the village holds too much." The rain seems to answer, its rhythm slowing, each drop a note in a song you can't yet hear. You fold the letter carefully, tucking it back into your pocket, and stand, the umbrella humming softly in your hand. A sound breaks the silence, a soft rustle from the bamboo grove. You turn, your heart quickening, and see a figure in the distance, half hidden by the stalks. It's not Hana. This figure is taller, broader, dressed in a dark robe that blends with the shadows. You call out, your voice trembling, but the figure doesn't move. Instead, it raises a hand, pointing deeper into the grove where a faint light glows like a lantern swaying in the dark. You hesitate, the umbrella heavy in your grip. The figure's presence feels different from Hana's, heavier, almost urgent. You take a step toward the light, the bamboo closing around you like a tunnel. The trail is narrow, the stalks brushing your arms, and the umbrella seems to guide you, its warmth steadying your nerves. The light grows brighter, revealing a small stone lantern at the edge of a pond, its surface rippling under the rain. The water is dark, almost black, but you see something in its depths, a reflection that isn't yours. You lean closer, the umbrella tilting to keep you dry. The reflection shows a man, his face sharp and handsome, but his eyes are tired, haunted. You blink and the image shifts, showing Hana standing beside him, her hand on his arm, the umbrella open above them. The scene feels so real, you can almost hear her voice, soft and pleading, asking him to stay. The man, Taro, shakes his head, his expression torn, and then the reflection fades, leaving only the rain's ripples. You step back, your heart pounding. The umbrella hums louder, its fox pattern glowing faintly, and you feel a pull, stronger now, urging you to keep going. You turn, looking for the figure in the dark robe, but it's gone. The grove empty except for the lantern's glow. The rain falls harder, as if pushing you forward, and you notice a path leading away from the pond, winding toward a hill in the distance. At its peak, you see a faint outline, a structure half hidden in the mist. You start walking, the umbrella steady above you, its warmth a quiet reassurance. The path is steep, the ground slick with mud, but your steps feel sure, as if the umbrella is guiding you. The letter and hairpin weigh heavy in your pocket, their stories tangling with your own. You wonder about Taro, about what made him leave, about what binds Hana to this place. The village feels alive around you, its secrets whispering in the rain, and you know you're getting closer to something, though you're not sure what. As you near the hill's crest, the structure comes into view, an old temple, its roof moss-covered, its wooden beams weathered by time. The door is ajar, a faint light spilling out, and you feel that pull again, stronger than ever. The umbrella hums, its fox pattern almost alive, and you know you have to go inside. The rain slows, the air still, and somewhere in the distance, you hear it again, your name, soft and melodic, calling you forward. You stand before the temple, its weathered wooden beams looming in the mist, the faint light from its open door pulling you closer. The rain has slowed to a whisper, each drop kissing the umbrella's canopy, where the fox pattern seems to shimmer with a life of its own. The letter and hairpin in your pocket feel heavier now, their warmth a quiet pulse against your side. The air is thick, charged with something unspoken, and you feel the village's secrets pressing in, as if the temple holds the key to Hannah's story. The umbrella hums softly, urging you forward, and you step through the door, the creak of old wood echoing in the stillness. Inside, the temple is small, its air heavy with the scent of incense and aged cedar. A single lantern hangs from the ceiling, its light casting soft shadows across a low altar. You notice offerings scattered there, dried flowers, a small bowl of rice, a folded cloth. The umbrella feels warmer in your hand, its fox pattern glowing faintly as if it recognizes this place. You take a step closer, your shoes soft against the wooden floor, and your eyes catch on something at the altar's center, a small, carved wooden fox. Its eyes inlaid with polished stones that glint like they're watching you. You pause, your breath shallow. The fox carving feels familiar, a mirror to the pattern on your umbrella, to the seal on Taro's letter. You set the umbrella down, leaning it against the wall, and reach into your pocket, pulling out the letter and hairpin. The crescent moon of the hairpin catches the lantern's light, and you feel that ache again, Hannah's longing seeping into you. You place the hairpin on the altar next to the fox, and the air shifts, growing warmer, as if the temple itself is breathing. A soft sound breaks the silence, a rustle like fabric moving. You turn, expecting to see Hannah, but instead, you find an old man standing in the shadows, his face lined with years, his eyes sharp and knowing. He wears a dark robe, the same one you glimpsed in the bamboo grove, and his presence feels heavy, like the weight of the village itself. You've come far, he says, his voice low and steady, like the rain outside. Not everyone hears the call. You swallow, your heart quickening. Who are you? You ask, your voice barely steady. The old man steps closer, his robe brushing the floor, and you notice his hands, gnarled but steady, holding a small bundle of cloth. I am the keeper of this place, he says, and you hold something that belongs here. His eyes flicked to the umbrella, then to the hairpin on the altar, and you feel exposed, as if he sees more than you want him to. You glance at the umbrella, its fox pattern brighter now, almost pulsing. This? You ask, picking it up again. The old man nods, his expression unreadable. It was made for her, he says. For Hannah, to protect her when he couldn't. His words carry a weight that makes your chest tighten, and you think of Taro's letter, his promise to return, his failure to keep it. Why didn't he come back? You ask, the question spilling out before you can stop it. The old man's eyes soften, but there's a shadow in them, a grief older than you can fathom. Taro was young, he says. He loved her, but he feared the village's hold. He thought leaving would free them both, but it bound her instead. He steps to the altar, placing the cloth bundle beside the hairpin. She waited, he continues, and the umbrella kept her safe, but it couldn't bring him back. You look at the bundle, curious but hesitant. The old man gestures for you to open it, and you do. your fingers trembling as you unfold the cloth. Inside is a small lacquered comb, its surface inlaid with tiny cherry blossoms. It's beautiful, delicate, and you feel that same flash of memory. Hana under the cherry blossom tree, her laughter bright, Taro slipping the comb into her hair. The image is so vivid you can almost smell the blossoms, feel the warmth of that long ago day. You set the comb next to the hairpin, and the lantern flickers, casting a warm glow across the altar. The old man watches you, his eyes searching. You feel it, don't you? He says. Her story. It's why you're here. You nod, unable to speak, the weight of Hannah's longing heavy in your chest. The umbrella hums louder, its warmth spreading through you, and you wonder if it's more than just an object. If it's carrying her heart. The old man steps back, his robe blending into the shadows. Take the comb, he says. It belongs with the rest. The rain will show you where to go. And before you can ask what he means, he's gone, the air still where he stood. You pick up the comb, its surface cool but alive like the hairpin, like the letter. You slip it into your pocket, next to the others, and grab the umbrella, its fox pattern glowing brighter now, almost urging you to move. You step outside, the rain heavier again, falling in thick sheets that the umbrella deflects with ease. The temple looms behind you, its light fading as you walk back into the village. The path feels different, now narrower, as if the village is guiding you somewhere new. The comb, hairpin, and letter weigh heavy in your pocket, their stories tangling with your own, and you feel Hannah's presence, faint but close, like a whisper in the rain. The path leads you toward the edge of the village, where the mist is thickest, and you see it, a gate, half hidden by ivy, its wooden frame carved with foxes. The umbrella hums, its warmth a quiet promise, and you know you have to go through. The rain falls harder, urging you forward, and somewhere in the distance, you hear your name again, soft and melodic, calling you into presentiment Sioux stand before the ivy-covered gate, its wooden frame etched with foxes that seem to watch you, their carved eyes glinting in the rain. The umbrella hums in your hand, its fox pattern glowing softly, as if it knows what lies beyond. The comb, hairpin, and letter in your pocket feel heavier now, their warmth a quiet pulse that syncs with your heartbeat. The rain falls steadily, a gentle curtain around you, urging you to step through the gate. The village feels distant behind you, its lanterns dim, as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for your next move. You push the gate open, its hinges, groaning softly, and step into a narrow path lined with tall grasses that sway in the wet breeze. The umbrella shields you, its canopy deflecting the rain with an almost deliberate grace. The path winds downward toward a clearing where the mist hangs low, curling like fingers around an old stone well at its center. The air is cooler here, tinged with the scent of earth and something sharper, like forgotten promises. You feel Hana's presence, faint but undeniable, as if she's walking beside you. You approach the well, its stones moss-covered and worn, and notice a faint glow emanating from its depths. The umbrella hums louder, its warmth spreading through your arm, and you lean forward, peering into the darkness. The water below is still, a perfect mirror, and in its surface you see her again, Hana, her white kimono bright against the night, her hair adorned with a hairpin and comb. She's smiling, but her eyes are heavy with longing, and beside her stands Taro, his face shadowed, the umbrella open above them both. The reflection shifts, showing Hana alone now, standing by the well, her hands clutching the umbrella as tears mix with the rain. The image is so vivid you can almost feel her sorrow, her heart breaking as Taro's figure fades into the mist. You pull back, your breath catching, and notice something new, a small, weathered rope tied to the well's edge, its end frayed as if it once held something heavy. You reach out, your fingers brushing the rope, and a shiver runs through you, the umbrella trembling in your grip. You set the umbrella down, leaning it against the well, and pull the comb, hairpin, and letter from your pocket. They feel alive, their warmth pulsing like a heartbeat. You place them on the well's edge beside the rope, and the air shifts, growing heavier, as if the rain itself is listening. A soft sound breaks the silence, a whisper of fabric, and you turn to see Hana standing across the clearing, her kimono glowing faintly in the mist. Her eyes are locked on the items you've placed, and her smile is soft, almost relieved. "You found them," she says, her voice weaving through the rain like a lullaby. "All the pieces I lost." You want to ask what she means, but your throat tightens, her sadness seeping into you. You gesture to the comb, hairpin, and letter. "These were yours," you say, your voice trembling. "What happened here?" Hana steps closer, her bare feet silent on the wet grass, and for a moment you think you see tears in her eyes, though they don't fall. "This is where I waited," she says, her gaze drifting to the well. "Taro promised we'd leave together, but he came here that night, under the rain, and said he couldn't stay. He tied the umbrella to this well, said it would protect me until he returned." Her voice cracks just slightly, and you feel that ache again, sharp in your chest. "But he never came back," she continues, "and I couldn't leave without him." You look at the rope, then at the umbrella, its fox pattern brighter now, almost alive. "The umbrella," you say, picking it up again. "It's more than it seems, isn't it?" Hana nods, her smile bittersweet. "It holds my heart," she says, "my hope, my promise. It brought you here to finish what he couldn't." Her words settle over you like the rain, heavy but gentle, and you realize the weight of what you're carrying, not just the umbrella, but her story, her longing. You glance at the well, the glow in its depths flickering like a distant star. "What do I do now?" you ask, your voice barely above a whisper. Hana steps closer, her presence warm despite the chill of the night. "Look into the well," she says. "See what it shows you." You hesitate, the umbrella humming in your hand, but you lean forward, peering into the water again. The reflection is different now. You see yourself holding the umbrella, but behind you stands Taro, his face clear for the first time, his eyes filled with regret. The image shifts, showing Taro tying the umbrella to the well, his hands shaking as he whispers something you can't hear. Hana stands beside him, pleading, but he turns away, disappearing into the rain. The reflection fades, and you pull back, your heart pounding. The umbrella feels heavier, its warmth almost burning, and you know it's trying to tell you something. To show you the way forward, Hana watches you, her expression soft but expectant. "The well holds the truth," she says, "but you must choose to see it." She steps back, her form growing fainter, blending with the mist. "Take the umbrella," she whispers. "It will lead you to him." Before you can respond, she's gone, the clearing empty except for the well and the rain. You pick up the comb, hairpin, and letter, slipping them back into your pocket, their warmth grounding you. The umbrella hums, its fox pattern glowing brighter, urging you to move. You look beyond the clearing where the path continues, winding toward a distant hill where a faint light glows, like a beacon in the mist. The rain falls harder now, pushing you forward, and you know you can't stop. Not yet. The umbrella guides you, its warmth a quiet promise, and somewhere in the distance you hear your name again, soft and melodic, calling you deeper into the night. You leave the well behind, the umbrella steady in your hand, its fox pattern glowing faintly as the rain falls in soft sheets around you. The comb, hairpin, and letter rest heavy in your pocket, their warmth a quiet reminder of Hannah's story, now tangled with your own. The path ahead winds toward the distant hill, where a faint light flickers like a heartbeat in the mist. The village feels far away now, its houses and lanterns swallowed by the night, leaving only the rhythm of the rain and the pull of the umbrella guiding you forward. You feel Hannah's presence, faint but close, like a whisper woven into the drizzle. The trail climbs gently, the ground slick with mud, but your steps are sure, as if the umbrella knows the way. The air grows cooler, the mist thicker, curling around you like a living thing. You notice the fox pattern on the umbrella shifting, its lines sharper, almost moving, as if it's leading you to the truth Hannah spoke of. The light on the hill grows brighter, revealing the outline of a small pavilion, its roof curved and weathered, half hidden by twisted pines. Your heart quickens, a mix of anticipation and unease, as you realize this is where the umbrella wants you to be. You reach the pavilion, its wooden floor creaking under your weight. The umbrella hums louder now, its warmth spreading through your arm, and you lower it slightly, letting the rain touch your face for the first time. The droplets are cool, almost soothing, but they carry a weight, like they're whispering secrets. You're not yet ready to hear. Inside the pavilion, a single stone tablet stands at the center, its surface etched with faded characters. You step closer, the umbrella shielding you again, and trace the words with your eyes. Taro, beloved, lost to the rain. Your breath catches. The tablet feels like a confession, a marker of Taro's absence, and you wonder if this is where his story ended, where Hannah's heart broke. You pull the letter from your pocket, its paper soft but heavy, and read it again under the pavilion's dim light. Taro's words, "The umbrella will keep you safe until I return," feel sharper, now laced with a promise he couldn't keep. You set the letter on the tablet, next to the hairpin and comb, their crescent moon and cherry blossom designs gleaming faintly. As if they belong here, a soft sound breaks your thoughts, a rustle like footsteps on wet grass. You turn, expecting Hannah or the old man, but instead you see him, Taro, standing at the edge of the pavilion, his dark robe damp from the rain. His face is just as you saw in the well's reflection, sharp and handsome, but his eyes are heavy with regret. He's not solid, his form flickering like a candle, but his presence is undeniable, pulling at you like the umbrella's hum. "You found it," he says, his voice low, carrying the weight of years. "You brought her back to me." You grip the umbrella tighter, its warmth grounding you. "Taro?" you ask, your voice trembling. He nods, stepping closer, though his feet don't touch the ground. I didn't mean to leave her, he says, his eyes fixed on the items you've placed on the tablet. The village. It held too much. I thought leaving would free us, but it trapped her instead. His words echo the old man's, but they cut deeper, laced with a guilt that makes your chest ache. You glance at the umbrella. Its fox pattern glowing brighter, almost alive. This was yours, you say, holding it up. You gave it to her. Taro's eyes soften, and for a moment you see him as he was, young, hopeful, standing with Hannah under the cherry blossom tree. It was a promise, he says, to keep her safe. But I couldn't stay, and the umbrella bound her to this place waiting for me. His voice cracks, and you feel that ache again. Hannah's longing mixing with his regret. You set the umbrella on the tablet next to the letter hairpin and comb. The air shifts, growing warmer, as if the pavilion is breathing. She's still here, you say, your voice barely above a whisper. She's waiting. Taro's form flickers, and he steps closer, his gaze locked on the umbrella. I know, he says, but she can't move on until the promise is fulfilled, until I'm forgiven. His words hang in the air, heavy with meaning, and you realize what he's asking, what the umbrella has been leading you toward. You look at the items on the tablet, their warmth pulsing like a heartbeat. What do I do? You ask, your heart pounding. Taro's eyes meet yours, and for a moment you see Hannah in them, her sadness, her hope. Give them back to her, he says. Let her choose. Before you can ask more, his form fades, dissolving into the mist, leaving you alone. With the rain and the tablet, the umbrella hums, its fox pattern brighter than ever, urging you to act. You gather the letter, hairpin, and comb, their warmth flooding through you, and step out of the pavilion. The rain falls harder now, but the umbrella shields you, its fox pattern guiding you back down the hill toward the village. You feel Hannah's presence stronger now, her voice calling your name, soft and melodic, woven into the rain. The path leads you back to the well, its glow brighter, almost beckoning. You know this is where it ends, where Hannah's story and Taro's promise meet, and you're the one to bring them together. You retrace your steps through the mist, the umbrella steady in your hand, its fox pattern glowing softly, as the rain weaves a gentle lullaby around you. The comb, hairpin, and letter in your pocket pulse with warmth, their weight a quiet reminder of the promise you now carry. The village feels like a memory fading at the edges, its houses and lanterns dim in the distance as the path leads you back to the stone well. The glow from its depths is brighter now, pulsing like a heartbeat, calling you closer. You feel Hannah's presence stronger than ever, her voice threading through the rain, whispering your name with a tenderness that makes your chest ache. You stop at the well, its moss-covered stones glistening under the umbrella's shadow. The rope you noticed earlier sways gently, its frayed end brushing the water's edge. The umbrella hums, its warmth spreading through you, and you know this is where it all converges, where Hannah's longing and Taro's regret meet. You set the umbrella down, leaning it against the well, and pull the comb, hairpin, and letter from your pocket. They feel alive, their warmth almost burning, as if they're eager to be returned. You kneel by the well, the rain soft against your face. Now that the umbrella no longer shields you, the water below is still, a perfect mirror, and in its surface you see Hannah, her white kimono glowing faintly, her eyes locked on yours. She's closer now, not a reflection but a presence, standing just beyond the well, her smile soft but heavy, with hope. "You brought them," she says, her voice a melody that blends with the rain. "You brought him back to me." You hold up the hairpin, its crescent moon catching the glow from the well. "This was yours," you say, your voice trembling. "And this?" You place the comb beside it, its cherry blossom design shimmering. Finally you unfold the letter, Taro's words stark against the paper. "He's sorry," you whisper, setting it with the others. Hannah steps closer, her form flickering like a candle, and you see tears in her eyes, though they don't fall. "I know," she says. "I always knew." The air grows warmer, the rain slowing to a drizzle, as if the village itself is listening. You pick up the umbrella, its fox pattern brighter than ever, and hold it out to her. "This belongs to you," you say, your heart pounding. "He wanted you to have it." Hannah's gaze softens, and she reaches for the umbrella, her fingers brushing yours. They're cool like the rain, but they carry a warmth that sinks into you, a gratitude you can feel in your bones. As her hand closes around the bamboo handle, the fox pattern flares, its light spilling across the clearing. The well's glow intensifies, and you see them in the water, Hannah and Taro, standing together under the cherry blossom tree, the umbrella open above them. They're smiling, their hands entwined, and for a moment you hear her laughter, bright and free, like it was in the memory. The image shifts, showing Hannah alone, holding the umbrella, her face peaceful as she looks toward the horizon. You blink, and the reflection is gone. Hannah stands before you, the umbrella in her hand, its fox pattern fading to a soft outline. "Thank you," she says, her voice barely a whisper. "You gave me what I needed to let go." She steps back, her form growing fainter, blending with the mist. "The rain will carry us now," she says, and you see him behind her, Taro. His figure faint but whole, his eyes no longer heavy with regret. They stand together, their silhouettes softening, and you know they're finally free. The umbrella feels lighter in your hand, though you're not sure when you took it back. Its fox pattern is gone, the black canopy plain now, just an ordinary umbrella. The comb, hairpin, and letter are no longer on the well's edge, as if they vanished with Hannah. The glow in the water has faded, leaving only the reflection of the night sky, stars peeking through the clouds. The rain stops, the air still, and the village feels quiet, empty, as if its secrets have been laid to rest. You stand there for a moment, the umbrella dangling at your side, its warmth gone but its weight comforting. The clearing is silent, the mist lifting, and you feel a peace settle over you, like the end of a long journey. You turn back to the path, the village stretching before you, its lanterns glowing softly again, as if welcoming you back. You walk, slowly, the umbrella tapping against your leg, and though you're alone, you feel them still. Hannah and Taro, carried away by the rain. Some stories stay with us long after the words fade. Let this one rest beside you. Sleep deeply. And if it returns in your dreams, perhaps it was never truly gone.